Blessed be. Today is January 5th, and it is National Screenwriters Day. And I think screenwriting is such an interesting viewpoint for storytelling. I mean, you've got verbal storytelling, but if you're going to translate that into imagery and, with action, it translates differently. So definitely an impactful art form on today's society, because all our theaters, the movies, the stories getting translated into those formats, it's got to go through screenwriting. And we all have seen when it's not been well done. But, thank goodness for them trying, because sometimes they get really good. The last few days at work been really good. My team meeting on Tuesday, I ran it for the guys to kind of work on annual review. So I ran it past them, would you guys be interested? And they were like, sure. So for the meeting, it's just an hour. So we spent the first bit on that meeting reflecting on 2022. And, it's like, what significant happened? Did you guys, what problems did you have in the year? What did you learn from it? A gratuity check. What is something you're grateful for from 2022? And things like that. And they really, really liked the exercise. And so next week, we're going to work on some future planning. So I'm glad they're on board to give this a try. These are things that I do, and I know I find tremendous value in this sort of review, and I want to design my life. I don't want it to happen by default. If I live another year, I want it to be with intention and not just responding to the environmental stimuli and always responding. So, yeah, that went really well. And then my side project that I've been working on, I finally found the flow to get into this. And I've wanted to put together like a portfolio piece. We've gone through the acquisition. I've got new bosses. So I need to be able to present to them what my experience with the company has been, what I've produced, and little things like that. And so I've been messing around for some time about, how to format this. And I thought I was going to, make a personal title block and make it look like a drawing. It's pretty common format for portfolio work with drafters. But then I don't know where the inspiration came from. But then I decided and looked into doing my portfolio as a newsletter. And I was like, what a great way to get in, verbiage and images to best explain all these little types of activities that I do, the action macros. How do I highlight the title block that I'd been working on? I've got a section in there about how I do project planning, defining a problem and when is it solved? What is that tangible item that says, look, here, we did it? And, just stuff like that. I got dynamic blocks on there. And, yeah, I took some snippets of some interesting images of the pieces, put them in. And so it's like little articles going around. But the next step is developing the written part about what I've done. And that's not my strong point. So I've got to be very careful now to not let myself get derailed from having the motivation to implement this just because I've reached a hard part. So I've started, a Word document and I've got all the sections that I know are in the layout for the newsletter, and about how many words will fit in the sections. The template, I just used a publisher template, and it kind of says, 100 and 150 words will fit in this section. And I'm like, cool. That gives me parameters to describe my intention with that section. I just love how this is turning out. I am really excited. So I want to stay the course, get this done, and be ready to have a discussion with the new company about the value I offer. Got to be ready. And it's my job to be ready, not theirs to know. Oh. So if you'd like to hear more entries into the Cadbridges Grimoire, don't forget to hit subscribe. And until next time, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.